All right, we should be live now. So we are.
All right.
Oh, I hear a little feedback there. We're
Yeah.
live with myself, Steve, Layer by Layer, and TJ, TechJeeper. So everybody say hi to
TechJeeper.
TJ.
Hello.
How's everybody doing? So this is episode 12 of Unspooled, man. We're into the double digits. So
we're in the double digits now.
Yeah,
it's official.
It is official. So if everybody let me know if Nightbot gets a little bit weird. I've disabled a bunch of it. It jumped on TJ for spamming emotes, and I shut that off. So we should be good now. But so Steve, where are you? You got a different backdrop.
I am in Toronto, Canada. In case you didn't know that Toronto was in Canada, that's where I'm at. I'd show you outside, but all of this would get washed out immediately.
He took the veil away earlier, and it was like super bright. Washed him right out.
Yeah. It washed me straight out.
Yeah.
For some reason in my mind, I was like, "Oh, it'll be great. It's gonna be nighttime. I can show the city behind me." Like, no, it's still like very bright outside. Still very bright.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me take a. Yeah, it's still very bright out there.
So TJ, what have you been up to?
Not much.
Not much.
Recent projects have been the headphones, the Head-Of-On-Me headphones. I think we were talking about a little bit earlier, but I did the minis a couple weeks back that I actually bought. And it's funny, the day after I ordered the mini mames from their website, I found out that I had won a full set from Snapmaker.
Oh my god!
DIY contests.
Yeah,
I'm like, sure, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. So I've been wanting to build them for a while, and I was putting it off, and finally ended up ordering a set. Thought I would try the smaller ones just to see, because not a huge fan of over-the-ear headphones, but the sound quality and the build itself was just fun. So looking forward to the bigger one as well.
Yeah, I've been wanting to build a set for a long time. I just haven't pulled the trigger. I've got so many different types of headsets, but having 3D printed headsets is pretty cool. So I'll probably build a set. And now I may have to do them wood, because those wood ones you did were amazing.
Yeah, they turned out really nice.
Like, that's just killer.
See, but that's the ear cups for it.
Yeah.
So. It's fun. I love that Capricorn heartwood. I've done a bunch of yarn bowls. I've done a bunch of other wood projects.
Is that what that is? Yeah. That's heartwood?
Yeah. So I've tried.
I bought that as well, so that's funny.
Yeah. I've tried. So obviously it doesn't look like that when you print it, but I've tried a bunch of the other wood filaments. I've tried like SandSmart. I've tried the Polymaker, which is just polywood, which it doesn't actually have wood in it. The Capricorn, I don't know if it must have a higher concentrate of the wood powder in it already, because it sands just like wood.
Yeah.
And then it soaks in the stain like crazy.
I have, I think the only wood one I have right now is this one here, just the Hatchbox. And I've had this forever. But this stuff, so, I mean, it's literally just called wood. Like, it's just called wood. But this stuff is, this has so much wood fiber in it that when you print it, it smells like wood.
Smells like wood. Yeah, the Capricorn does too.
And
if you print it at a higher temperature, you get a darker print out of it too.
Yeah.
A lot of the wood filaments.
I've tried the rating on it's like 175 to 220. I think I printed it at like 210, and it came up pretty light. I was going to try to go 220 to see if it got a little darker, but it like you're saying with the Capricorn, it sands pretty much like wood, and it takes a stain very well. But
sorry, go ahead.
It does this stuff, and I don't know if the Capricorn is the same. This stuff has to be dried really well, because
it's any of the wood filaments are super hygroscopic or whatever.
Yeah,
you'll end up getting when I first did the first set of the inner parts of the headphones, I didn't dry it, and it was crazy stringing, and I'm like, what's going on with this? And then I realized, I should probably throw it in the dryer, and made a huge difference. So.
Yeah, that's how mine is. Like that's how the Hatchbox was. when I first printed it, it was stringier than anything that I had ever printed with, and that's probably the hardest filament to tune that I've ever run across.
With the Capricorn, I just throw it in and use PLA settings.
Yeah.
And it is nice even without staining it, because it does have there is like different colors in it, so you'll get some effect to it. But I mean, if you want, like, this is the headphone stand that I just finished, and that one I took time and sanded it. And
that's hardwood.
Yeah, that's hardwood too.
Oh, you stained it.
Yeah,
I use my hardwood does not look like that.
No, I use this stuff. This stuff's $1.99 from the Hobby Lobby, and I use two different colors, and I use the lighter first with just a paper towel.
Yeah,
and then I wipe on with the darker, and it makes the wood grain look to it.
Yeah,
and then once it's dried, I use polyurethane spray to kind of seal it in. But,
nice, yeah. That's like this stuff here. I had to use two different color stains, because if you just use one, it's just uniform, because there's no like actual wood grain or different colors. But yours came out a lot better than the first time I tried to do that. I did like a Viking bowl with like a Viking inlay that I designed, and when I stained it, I was still playing with the filament a little, but it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. So I like the way you did that. I may try some of that stain, because I was just using like Lowe's, the big cans, and that stuff was too liquid.
The liquid stain, I think, because it doesn't set on it. So what you do is the gel stain, you put it on there and you let it sit for like 5 minutes, and then you wipe it off.
Yeah,
and it gives it time to soak in. The liquid just kind of wipes off, and I don't think it actually has time to soak in. And then if you're doing anything with like really fine details, like if you're doing like an antique piece or something, I usually take some like gold or silver rub and buff across kind of to give it kind of that antique feel.
Yeah.
Across some of the more details, and it works out really well. Like I said, I've done a few different projects in it for a couple of different things. I really like the wood filament stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
It allows me to woodwork, and I suck at woodworking, so
yeah.
I'm terrible at it. It gives me work.
I'm not the best with woodworking either. Like, I can do basic stuff, but my cuts and tolerances are always like off with gaps and stuff. So I'm like wood filler, and so. I just I have kind of forgotten about wood filament because of the PTSD I had from that Hatchbox wood from years ago. That stuff's probably like 8 years old. But when you posted those, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to get back into wood.
Yeah, I bet you if you dried it, I bet you if you threw it in the dryer for like 6 hours or something like that, you'd probably be able to print with it just fine.
Yeah, and when this stuff came out, like, I mean, I didn't even have a dryer at the time. Like, I think I was using a food dehydrator, and I just don't think I ever got a good dry on it. So I'm gonna throw it in a good dryer and see what it does. But
dude, I got some mahogany? No, ebony wood. I can't remember the name of the company, but it's pretty nice. I haven't used it yet. I had made like a Black Panther medallion, and I was like, this would be great for that. I still haven't used it, but I want to get that out. And
is it like a real dark brown, or is it like the black ebony that you?
It's like a black ebony. It's like a dark, very very dark brown.
Yeah.
And it smells amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I need someone to make like a cedar. Someone should make a cedar filament.
There's not.
Yeah, with that smell, oh man, that would be amazing.
So I wonder, have you printed with the ebony yet? Does it have a nice smell to it when it prints?
I did. Yeah, it has a nice kind of like woodsy smell. I wish I could remember what brand it was. Let me look it up. But it's a nice like grain to it. I originally bought it. I got like when at 3D Earth at the time when they had the little get the samples box, and there was some of that in there, and I was like, oh, I need to get this in real life.
Yeah.
And so I went and bought a roll of it.
Was it Sunlu? Really, it looks like Sunlu.
It might be Amelin. I think it's Amelin. Let me see.
I was looking it up. I saw everyone had one. Amelin.
I was gonna say Amelin, and I was gonna say Amelin initially, but I wasn't sure. I think it
Oh
is
man,
Amelin's
the airy one is dark,
Ebony.
really dark. It looks
It's,
nice
it's
though.
it's one of them. It's either Amelin or everyone. I have to check my Amazon.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, it smells pretty good. I don't know if it actually has wood. Yeah, it says 15% real wood fiber.
yeah. The airy one. It's a nice color though. It's like a golden, like a golden brown color. It's nice. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
So
I'm not streaming with my account, guys, because I'm on hotel Wi-Fi. You lucky you got this much of my gloriousness.
it's actually not too bad though. I was kind of shocked.
I'm trying to stay completely still as much as I can,
Yeah.
so that when it does start chopping, it's like, oh, is he just still or?
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought you were going to be a lot worse off than.
I did too.
It's pretty stable.
So I started turning stuff off as well. Let me just start shutting down the stuff and turning
Yeah.
nothing that I need on.
Are you just from your iPad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hold
not
on, an
bad.
item that I bought has been recalled, but it's not telling me the item.
Uh-oh.
That's scary.
Hopefully it's not well, did you hear about the so I've always been a big Anchor fan. I mean not
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to talk about the Anchor make because that's obviously that's a thing, but I've always been an Anchor fan as far as like their cables and their battery backups and their travel batteries and all that stuff. But I'm starting to
Mm-hmm.
lose faith in them with all of the issues they've been having with their batteries and their recalls. So I have these ones here, which are U green, but these I guess fall, and then I have these exact same ones. I've got two of them that are the anchors. So those have both been recalled, and
Oh,
I believe these fall under the same one. These are white labeled from Anchor as U green, so they're
oh
supposed to
man.
be.
So yeah, they
Yeah,
Yeah, I
definitely
mean,
are.
I'm the same way. I've always been a huge Anchor fan, and I have one of the first ones that was recalled. I have the it's my old battery pack, and I have no idea where it is. But that's the same way. I mean, I've got Anchor chargers, I've got different battery packs, and I don't know if it's so much that I think what it is they're probably under more scrutiny because they're one of the most popular brands.
yeah,
Because I can't imagine they're any less safe than like some off-brand Chinese like
yeah.
random 10 million milliamp hour battery that gets like 300 degrees and starts melting when you heat it up when you
Yeah.
charge it. So
It just
I mean,
and you know like I tried like I got the email from them about the other two that are Anchor brand, and they're basically it was like they had hit a threshold of like of them combusting, as they were saying, like so they were actually the batteries were going enough to actually induce a fire. And I was trying to look it up. The threshold is like a certain percentage of how many you've sold. So if the company has sold 1 million of them, there's like a certain percentage. But it's got to be quite a lot of them for them to issue like a full-fledged recall. And now with the recall, from what I've gathered, you can either get a replacement or you can just get refunded. Now I use a ton of these and I like having them, so I kind of want a replacement, but I also, it's like, do you want a replacement from the same company? Like, do I want another Anchor one?
Yeah, right.
You know?
it costs them so much to I don't know.
Yeah.
Recalls cost the company so much. I don't.
Yeah.
They would be dumb of them to just turn around and reissue the same ones if they know
Yeah.
something's wrong with it. So.
But yeah, so it's just interesting. I was thinking, and then obviously the Anchor make issue where they're kind of just doing away with their 3D printing division.
Well, that's been on the edge since it came out.
Oh, yeah.
Weren't they supposed to have like an AMS they were promising when it
Yeah,
first came
so
out? And everyone, yeah.
So I backed it was the Anchor make color engine. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
And it was like a refrigerator style 6 spool AMS. And it was supposed to be awesome, I think, and it just never amounted to anything. And then it was actually quite quickly that they were like, they kind of just stopped communicating with anybody. And then all of a sudden they were like, oh, we're just going to scrap the whole project. So I think after that, I mean, it was kind of the writing was on the wall with the what is it, the M5 and the M5C, that they were going to go down.
I'm looking up what the recall was. The
Yeah.
recall is for, it's actually this brick right here that my daughter uses.
Yeah, I think
that
that's
I bought back. I bought back in 2017.
Yeah, the other one though is for the batteries for they're like the older style of these ones here.
Yeah.
And I think they
Even
said
funnier,
they were
like,
any of them bought. I think it was 2019 to like 2023. I think was the year. But
the funniest part about it is that she bought it with her, and she said it's making this weird noise. Literally, like 4 days ago.
Because they have the site where you can put in the serial number for any of the products, to see if they're on the recall. But luckily, I haven't had like everything, like my camera, everything runs through an Anchor Make like USB hub, like a powered USB hub, and that one's fine. There's no recall on that. I checked that, but it seems to only be a handful of wall wart chargers and then a couple of the battery backups.
I think to me the craziest thing about this is that it's from 2017, dude. It's like almost 8 years ago, and
you'll get a refund.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, did it explode or something? Like, what's the deal? Like, what was happening with this? That like recently that someone was like, oh yeah, we gotta let everybody know.
We got to pull them back.
I'm assuming it exploded.
Batteries, probably batteries started swelling and causing a short.
And do I throw it in the trash? What do I do with this thing? Like,
I'd go onto their website and put it in and see if, you might get a refund or an updated version of it. It's worth it if it's, because their stuff is good, and I mean, any company that makes electronics like this, you're always subject to some type of recall when you start selling millions of devices. So I mean, I don't really have a big deal with it, but I mean, it's nice that they're going to, compensate you for it that way. GTR Dead says, throw it in the ocean. Don't throw it in the ocean. Don't throw your electronics in the ocean.
But that's what Anchor says.
I did go to Niagara today, so I could have accomplished it.
Could have just pitched it over the falls.
Yeah.
So, Daddy Wazzy says Insane Mate has tons of wood filaments too.
That's actually the wood. This Insane Mate. I don't want to break in, but yeah.
Is it
the one I had is insane, but they don't sell it single anymore. They sell it in a pack of 4, at least on Amazon. And so you get like 4 separate ones. But this was a single roll of 70, 20% real wood.
So the Insane Mate, they're all like 4 different colors, like light, dark, and all different.
Yeah, now that's the only way you can get it. It looks like, at least from Amazon.
Yeah.
But the one when I bought it, it was a single roll.
So the other thing that the three of us were talking about kind of off camera before we came on was the U1, right? The Snapmaker U1.
Yep.
So if any of you guys had seen today, I think it was today, it may have been late last night, I can't remember, I didn't look at the date of the post, but they posted the price of the Kickstarter. So if you guys like me, and TechJeeper said he did, and I think Steve is on the verge of doing the reservation.
Yeah, I am.
So
right after we get off this call.
If you reserve the U1, the $30 reservation, your final Kickstarter price, if you back it on Kickstarter, is $679, which is insane. And if you don't do the $30 reservation, but you still back it in the early bird, it's $749 and a $999 MSRP. So to be able to get a 4-headed tool changer that's 270 millimeters cubed for $680 is like Centauri carbon level cheap, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. I just wish it wasn't so ugly.
I mean, so it'll be interesting, Steve, because so everything that they're showing here is their open, but there's been a lot of leaks about the display, and somebody captured a couple of things in the video, but apparently there's going to be some sort of top hat to it, and then a front and rear panel.
I just hate how it looks.
To be able to seal it.
It looks so Da Vinci. You know what I mean? It looks like
It looks like a bamboo if you took the top off and threw a tool changer in there. Is what it looks like. I mean,
Yeah, it kind of looks
I'm
like a white
superficial when it comes to my
P1S.
tech, though.
yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks
I'm
like a white.
superficial with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but the only issue.
Slap some vinyl on there, you'll be good.
Yeah, put some stickers.
Hey,
on
listen. We need to be quiet because I think we're getting to that point where, like, mass producing vinyl for these machines is probably like the next big thing.
Well, they did.
BTT's already started doing it with their panda fur or whatever they call it.
Yeah, and then
but they're ugly. Those are ugly as well, like wood and like panda and like it was like an orange one or something. Like they're ugly.
Yeah,
like, dude,
let me faux leather wrap, like a faux
like come on, man.
So Steve, that's what you need to do. They can be
I know, right?
Layer by layer branded like good vinyl wraps, like none of this.
That's right.
None of this weird, ugly stuff.
Some prison tats on it. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
So
get D-brand in there to wrap the printers.
Yeah, right. Oh my God, right.
They wrap everything. But no, so the top hat for this U1 though, it's going to have to be pretty significantly tall. Yeah. Like it's going to have to be almost as tall as the printer is.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know. They said it's coming soon, so it's not like it's going to be an additional purchase.
So, and I wonder. So the back of it, I think, has a clear panel already. Like, and then so it must. If you get an enclosure kit, it must come with a top hat and then a door. Because I don't.
Well, I think it might come with the.
Oh, it's got a handle and a door, so the enclosure should only be the top panel. Yeah.
Because I know a lot of the early photos of it, like when they first released it, didn't have the front or back panel on it.
Yeah.
And then when they released the product site, they had the front and back panel on it.
Well, it was co-branded initially when they showed like the warehouse photos of it. It was like X Tools and Snapmaker or something.
Well, they showed it at X Tools. They showed it at the X Tools booth at Rapid TCT China or Japan like last year.
Really?
And nobody really caught on to it. Yeah, it was Snapmaker X Tools, and so there was like one picture of it kind of floating around because everybody's like, "What is this thing sitting here?" Apparently, they didn't market it very well. So there
was some stuff going around on Reddit that eventually there was going to be different tools for the heads. Yeah. But then it came out. That came out at the exact same time that the Prusa XL was reported to have had in the process of testing different types of tools versus
it's gonna happen, dude. So I don't know why, but it is.
Yeah. I don't think
it's gonna happen,
but.
That's what Snapmaker. I mean, that's what they do. I mean, they have their Artisan, which is a multi-tool printer. So it kind of wouldn't surprise me if they did that eventually.
That's true.
And I'm a strong believer that laser cutting, laser engraving, CNC, and 3D printing should never be done in the same box. Yeah. And I know people do 100%. It. And I think the Artisan is okay in it because of the way that the printer is designed and it not being enclosed where you can just lift the enclosure off. We have them in schools around here. They're easy to clean, right? You can take the enclosure off and then you can just blow the thing out with an air gun, an air compressor.
And the Artisan is they built it around a CNC platform and then they threw 3D because all of the gantries and everything are sealed.
Yeah.
So they had all of your electronics are on the outside. I mean, it definitely. I have the Artisan, and it's like, you go in there and vacuum it out, and you're good to go. It doesn't get into the Z screws, and it doesn't get into the belt system or anything like that.
Yeah.
Here's the real question: will the U1 kill the J1S? Because what's the point of the J1S at this point, though, dude?
They did. They had.
You still got the IDEX part of it.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
They had the fire sale going where they were trying to clear out a bunch of their old stuff. I mean, I would imagine.
I don't think so. I had the J1S, and it's one of the only printers that I've gotten rid of that I regret getting rid of. I really liked it, and it is only IDEX, but what it does well.
But do you need it at that point outside of the IDEX? I mean, like,
I don't know.
Like now, it's like you got.
It is a longer print
bit of it. Did we lose TJ? I think he's done.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there he's back. Whoa,
he's back. There you go.
He's on the ship. He's on a cruise, y'all. Don't worry about it.
Is that better? I accidentally just unplugged my router.
He's coming back in.
Oh yeah. No, you didn't even drop it. You just froze a little.
You froze for a second. He's smiling really hard.
I mean, the benefit of the J1S is that it is, I think it is a little, I can't remember the width of it, but I think it's 300 wide, right, by like 240 deep. So it is wider. So you do have the benefit.
The benefit is the parallel printing, yes, and the kind of the same thing with the the H2D.
Yeah, like you can
where
duplicate.
You can do supports and the print as well, but also you can do that with the J1S now. I mean, with the U1 now. So, how beneficial is it?
Yeah, I mean the one. Yeah, I mean, who knows? It's
how often are you like printing one thing and you're like, I could really print two right now, and that would be great. It's not that often. So like, how well of a sell will it be to say like, oh hey, you can get everything that you got with this one, you can get it over here, but you also can print two things at one time over here. Like no one's gonna be like, oh no, like for the same price or different, you're like, give me the other machine, give me the four heads, give me the tool changer.
Yeah, I think I've only ever seen anybody print things dual once, and that was like a video of somebody printing a Benchy, and they did 2 benches at a time, and it's like, okay, that's
Free Heathen has it. I know he has it. I'm not sure. I don't recall watching him use it or anything like that.
Yeah,
not saying that he has it. I'm just saying I know he has one.
I used mine mostly for PVA supports.
That's what we're saying,
for
man.
Complicated
you can do it, right?
And I did use it. I did use it in the duplication mode and the mirror mode a few times. It wasn't enough to say like, oh, I want that machine because I duplicate all the time.
Yeah.
With a tool changer, you could just put 4 of them on the bed or 2 of them on the bed. So I don't know. I guess I am partial to it just because I have a soft spot for the J1S. So I hope they keep it. But if they don't, I guess I could see why they wouldn't. But it's just one of those.
Hey, cruising girl.
Yeah, it's just.
I understand it.
It's just.
I don't know.
Plus, you don't want to see them drop support for it, right? Because a lot of people own one.
Yeah.
But they're gonna pasture that thing. That thing is going out to the pasture.
You think?
Yeah, it'll be a hard sell for something $1,100 when you can get. I mean, even MSRP for the other ones. $9.99.
Yeah.
Hopefully they drop the price to it. I hope they drop it below $1,000.
They're gonna have
I'll
to
grab another one.
Oh my gosh, you're addicted.
If they drop the J1S to $850 to like clear it out, I'll buy another one.
We're gonna have an intervention for you.
So with your J1S, do you use Lubin or do you use Orca?
So I used Lumen at first, and then I did switch to Orca. Later. And if I hadn't gotten rid of it, if I was using it now, I would use it with Orca. I did like Lumen. It's good. Works really well. But I like Orca, and I try to keep as many machines as I can in like vanilla Orca. Like even my Cobra 3 with the Ace Pro, like I can use their Anycubics version of Orca and then send them remotely, wirelessly, the prints. But I choose to use regular Orca, and then I have to transfer it with a an SD card or a thumb drive. But I try to keep as many as I can in Orca, just for
that's one thing they did. Snapmaker did confirm that I don't think the U1 will even have support in Lubin. It's going to be their Snap Orca is what they call it.
Yeah, and I did
easy to take that version
today. I did install it. I did install their version, and it's in beta, and it literally looks exactly like
Orca.
Exactly
like Orca.
It's even green.
Wow.
So the only difference with Snap Orca versus Orca Slicer is that Snap Orca can connect to the Lubin proxy.
Yep.
Which is how you have to do it now. If you want to send things wirelessly to like my Snapmaker, my Artisan, you have to have Lubin running, and then you can run Orca, and then you can send prints from Orca to Lubin to your printer.
And it's funny. I
hope they do that crap for the U1. I would rather just have a clipper and just send it to it.
Yeah.
See what happens.
And I don't even have a Snapmaker anymore, and I still have Lubin installed. It's funny. But yeah, it looks exactly the same. I mean, everything in it. I mean, everything's still green. Like they didn't make it blue, or whatever their Snapmaker's colors are.
Like
What are
I
they?
said,
Black and blue.
I don't know why they're still doing this. I don't know why they're still, why these companies are still trying, like, just embrace, real software and give
Well,
them
I
some
mean,
money
it's a
as a
step in the
show of
right
support.
direction.
Yeah.
At least
It is,
I was
but-
afraid. I was afraid that they were going to be like, in order to use the tool changer functionality, you had to use Lubin, and I was like, oh, that would have sucked. But I mean, at
Yeah.
least they're
Mm.
encouraging people to build profiles that are testing it right now, building the profiles in Orca.
So it looks like Adam, he reserved his U1. So I know in our Unspooled Discord, I think GTR Dad, I think he reserved his today after the price came out. So I imagine today they got a lot of reservations.
Yeah.
With
Oh,
the price
There was a lot of
coming
people. I was waiting on the price. I wasn't gonna back it if it was gonna be a $2,000 printer. I would probably still buy it maybe down the road, but I didn't want to get it immediately. But for $600,
it says
whatever.
So I guess the Kickstarter early bird is $749, and then deposit holders early bird price is $679.
Yeah.
So pay $30 before Kickstarter launch and get $100.
And there's only going to be
after.
so many early birds on Kickstarter, and then it'll go. It's like the whole perk system.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering if
yeah.
they're saying late August for the Kickstarter. I wonder when that means. They're going to probably have that running for a couple of months, and we probably won't be seeing the printers until.
So I think
first of the year?
2026.
I think somebody said that it was like December or early 2026.
I know they have machines out there. I've seen.
Yeah, we've
seen
seen them.
hints. Yeah.
They did put out that video of pile. They had rows and rows and rows of them too in test prints. So, which is nice because you're not going into a Kickstarter where you have one actual physical machine and then a bunch of renders. So it is nice.
It is kind of weird though because there's influencers out there that are already getting them. Like I've seen Snapmaker boxes being delivered.
Yeah.
On a couple of different pages, so it's like okay, so that's. I mean, I Kickstarter's just a hype generator now. That's pretty much all.
Yeah,
it
it's
is,
it's just a way for them to front load it and lessen the risk. But if you do download
like that, no, that's crazy.
If you do download their Orca, there is not a U1 profile in that yet.
Yeah, they released a thing, and I'm in a couple of the different. I'm in the Snapmaker Discord, and I'm in the U1 Facebook group, and the people that are beta testing it, they were basically told to use Orca for the beta testing to build the profiles and test the profiles and stuff like that.
Yeah. So.
All right. So look, here's the thing. Let's say that they were like the same price. Snapmaker U1 or the Eufy Make. Which one would you buy?
Oh, the U1.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to
really?
do. I don't want anything to do with the Eufy Make.
The ink for the Eufy Make is going to cost you the same as the U1 costs now. So
yeah. I don't want anything to do with that. I have no interest in the UV printer. If I have a need for a UV printer, I'm gonna go in all in, and I'm gonna buy a commercial level UV printer. Because from what I know someone personally who has a very expensive commercial UV printer. They own a print company. That's what they do, and their ink for that machine is less than the ink for the Eufy Make.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
They were gonna buy a Eufy Make to like supplement, and then they were like, no way, because the ink was, and it was quite a bit. It was like $30 per, however they weigh it out, more than the ink they buy for their gigantic commercial printer.
And you can't just let them sit. So if you let it sit for a month, you have to waste a whole bunch of ink to purge the nozzles and everything.
Yeah.
And I can't even maintain my sublimation printer because it's the same way.
Either.
If I have to let it sit,
Yeah.
if I have to let it sit, it takes me half a cartridge to purge it out when I want to use it again.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah, I can't. Every time I use my sublimation printer like 3 times a year, and it causes me all kinds of problems whenever I go to use it. So I have no interest in that. And I hope it's great, and I hope people who get it love it, because I know a lot of people that backed it, and I'd hate to see it go bad for them. And I hope it doesn't go the way of the Anchor Makes. But at this point, all of these little offshoot things that Anker's doing, I don't have a whole lot of hope for it, you know. So after the color engine and the Anker make, I would have to sit on it. I would have to sit on the Eufy make out in the wild being used for a couple of years before I would be like, oh, okay.
Good
maybe,
Lord. For
maybe.
a couple of years, dude, you're
Yeah,
a tough,
because I just
you're
don't have
a tough critic.
I don't have an interest for one, so it would take
I
a
got you.
lot of people and a lot of years and at least a year for me to be like, oh, okay, maybe it's gonna.
And if you want to sell stuff, so if you're going to get it, you're going to probably want to make stuff and sell stuff.
Yeah.
As soon as those start hitting the market, everybody and their brothers and sisters are going to be selling tumblers that have UV, and they're gonna drive the price down to the point where it's not going to be profitable at all to make those tumblers and things like that.
The only plus is that it'll be customizable, and that I think that's going to be the biggest thing, is that you'll be able to do small batch customizable stuff. You know,
Yeah, but you can do that right
I
now
think
with
that's
vinyl, or you can do that right now with sublimation, just like they do.
It's a lot of steps. This is just put the tumbler in there and then hit the button, and I think that's what's going to be the thing, is that you can go to a flea market or open air market and get you know, a
Yeah, but you're
tumbler,
not going to bring
a
your
custom
Eufy make
tumbler
with you
made.
to an open air market.
If
they're
I'm
pretty
the
big,
seller, if I'm no, they're not. They're not that big. I mean, they're probably no bigger than.
I just don't know
I
how-
mean, they look like they're probably about, you know,
With a
what?
rotary, I would think they would be like.
How-
I guess it's not.
I mean, so
It's not huge.
if you brought it somewhere and someone was like, okay, I want 4 custom coasters, how long does the Eufy make to take to print 4 coasters?
I heard it takes no time, dude. Like,
How much
seriously.
would you charge for those 4 coasters?
Yeah, because most of
Oh,
them
you're doing them live.
$10 a
So
piece.
you can charge a nice amount because you're doing them live and they're quote unquote custom. So
Yeah, because
somebody's not going to pay $10 a piece for a coaster and wait
If
for it to be printed.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, if they're like custom, we love you, grandma coasters, and it's got grandma's face on there.
We just got raided by Polymaker.
Hey, Polymaker,
Hey,
thanks for the
Polymaker,
raid.
thanks for the raid. So,
Oh, nice raid, man. Appreciate it.
anybody who is joining in, we are talking about we've been talking about the
Eufy
U1, the
and
Snapmaker
the
U1,
Snapmaker.
and then now we're talking about the Eufy make. So most of the prints I've seen, it's like if somebody's doing like 4 or 6 coasters, it's like a 28-minute print, like 18 to 20. I've seen it all over the place. It doesn't seem too long.
Yeah.
But like what TJ says is, if I go to flea markets, we have a lot of flea markets and craft fairs and stuff in our area, and if I go to a flea market and someone's like, oh yeah, I can make you 4 custom coasters, but they're going to be $10 a piece, I'm going to be like, okay, like thanks, but no thanks. Like that, like $40 for a set of 4 coasters would be a lot. You know, so I guess it depends on the cost. And then you said, the Eufy Make app, I think, has an AI image generator right in it. So now you're just going to have a bunch of like AI generated coasters and things with printed on it.
Yep.
And I would lean more towards like if I could get like a poster printed that was a custom piece of artwork, then I'd be interested in it. But if I know that it's just an AI generated something, I'm not sure I'd be willing to pay that premium price for it. But
we've established that people don't care, you know, as much as I care.
Yeah.
You know, no one cares as much as I do. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things. It's going to be a big deal until, you know, either people say like, I want something designed by an actual artist, or B, they're just not going to care. And I think we're leaning towards they're not going to care. And not to make this another AI talk, but yeah. The other thing is, you know, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it on death racers. We're gonna see it on maker chips. You know, we're gonna see it all over the place. So, like, it's gonna be it's potentially gonna be a get on board. It's kind of gonna be the same thing that happened when Bamboo hit the market, and like, you know, you'd go on a stream and like on Loyal stream or something like that, and he'd be like, oh well, you know, today's thing that we're gonna print while the stream's going on is, you know, this object, and then people are printing them in multicolor, and you're like, wow, that looks really good. You know, that's going to be the same thing that happens with the Eufy Make. So people are going to be like, that looks way better than anything I can make. So, and you'll kind of run into that thing.
Yeah. So if we go back to the U1 a little bit, I got a question for both of you.
Yeah.
if the Ufimic is coming out and early bird at 680, and then if at MSRP 99, we're typically never at MSRP, right? Usually things are sold a little bit lower. So say 750, it is sold for 750 and then 850 after the early bird. So if you can get the U1 for $850 after the Kickstarter's done, do you think at $850 the U1 hurts a lot of the other multicolor AMS systems? So Bamboo with the AMS,
if it's good,
the Cobra S1.
If it's good,
it'll depend.
Right?
Yeah, it'll depend on two things. It'll depend on if it's good, and it'll depend on how easy Snapmaker makes it to use.
Yes.
I mean, they're still using. We just spent all that time talking about Orca.
Yeah.
The nice thing about Bamboo is a new user that picks up a printer can go home and plug it in and never have to touch a computer. My oldest son got a A1 Mini a couple weeks back, and he spent like the first entire week. He didn't even touch a slicer. He just printed everything from his phone for like the first week. You can do stuff with the computer, right? He was having fun with it. I don't care. No, you
should have punished him. You should have punished him.
I did punish him. I gave him my Ender 3 Max because he wanted another printer to mess with, and that thing was like a basket case. So he's been trying to figure that out for the last like week. But
you should have taken his phone away from him. That's what you should have did.
I like that it's using Orca. I hope that the firmware and the screen and the UI in the screen and the ability and it changing filament is easy. I've heard some issues with people with like the Bamboo the Prusa XL as far as the filament change process is an issue for some. So I think like what TechJeeper said, as long as it's easy to use, right? Like if I can swap the 4 filaments out easily, the screen and the UI is nice, and then if that interacts with their version of Orca and the profiles are good, and I mean, it tying in with their cloud system in like Lubin is seamless and doesn't cause some weird thing, you know.
Yeah, dude, I just think it needs to be open 100%. Like, if it's
they
not
haven't said
open,
what the firmware is going to be yet. And there's a lot of speculations that it's going to be some sort of Clipper.
Because then if they keep it as clean as they can, Clipper wise, that also opens it up for a box turtle, integration with it. And I think that's what's going to be like the big kicker. Being able to just get clean prints out the gate is going to be clutch.
Going back to the user experience, if you look at like the Artisan, which I think is probably, I think that's their newest one, because I think that's like, and that's a couple of years old, but the UI on that, the steps they take to make it easy to calibrate each of the different tools. I mean, the controller box is basically a standalone like Android system. Yeah. But you put a new tool head on it, it walks you through the calibration, and it does step by step, which is going to be important for a tool changer because you have to have the tools aligned, and you're going to have the Z offset and everything for each of the tools.
Yeah. So I think if a company can make a tool changer easy to use, it's probably going to be Snapmaker, because I've seen middle school kids, use the Artisan and be able to switch between the 3D printing head, the dual nozzle head, and the CNC and the laser without issue. It's pretty simple. Like TJ said, it does walk you through everything. So if a 7th grader can use their Artisan, then I would hope that, and I would think that this U1 is going to have a simple or a similar easy user experience.
That's the big hope.
If it does, with the printer's features and capabilities per the price, it should be huge. Like we said off stream. I mean, we're talking like Centauri Carbon level costs for a 4-headed tool changer, right? Because I was fully expecting $1,500 minimum, and I had seen many other people today say that they were expecting it to be $2,000.
Yeah, I was expecting 15.
I was expecting minimum. No less MSRP of no less than $2,000.
Yeah.
Just going off of the price, I mean the artisan
artisan
completely
is
decked
like,
out is
yeah.
like $3,500.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So
And I'm not
that's-
complaining. I'm super happy. But I'm not. When I was drinking my coffee this morning and saw that first post, I choked on my coffee because I was literally like, I couldn't believe it. At first, I was like, this is going to be like a hoax, right? Like somebody like they're messing with us, or it's going to be like it's going to be for like a one head, right? And then like,
yeah, that's what I
oh,
thought
if
too.
you
yeah.
want 4, it's going to be 2,000.
Yeah.
But
Now I wonder how much of it is going to be plastic as opposed to some type of hardened metal on it. You know,
if it's good,
Well,
I
they
don't
already
care
said
if
the
it's
I'm pretty sure
bottom's
that
gonna
Play-Doh.
be-
the outside, the body's going to be plastic. We know that for a
Yeah.
fact. But like under the hood, what are we talking about here? You know, printed parts or injection molded or what?
I think you'll see all injection molded, and then
Yeah.
so Snapmaker has never made a plasticky printer before. All of their stuff is really well made. Like the J1S is rugged, and it is the artisans are built really well. Like TJ said, they're built after a CNC, so they're. I can't imagine that they're going to build. Now, obviously, there's plastic on this because they had to keep the cost down somehow. But I still think the bones of it are going to be Snapmaker like. I'm sure it's going to have a very robust frame. And it's hard to tell from the videos that I've seen of it in the picture because all you see is that plastic outside. And I do agree with you, Steve. I don't think it's the fanciest looking printer. I
hate it so much.
I don't. It just looks like a box.
I don't like it.
It's a white box. Maybe if it had been silver, it would have been. Yeah. I mean, I think it kind of looks. It looks like a little bit of like a shorter, like a wider version of a P1S, just white. But yeah, and so TJ, it does come with 4 rolls of filament.
4, okay.
Yeah, in the thing. So white, black, yellow, and red.
Oh, red.
And it's their snap. They're only 500 grams. So you get 4 500-gram Snapmaker Snap Speed PLAs.
Can you ask them to not put it in your box? Can you ask them to not do that?
No, don't give me the 500.
I don't want them. I don't want them.
It's still 2 grams. It's still 2 kilograms.
No,
so.
I don't want them. Just keep them.
You can give them to me. I'll take them.
Keep them. Give me my friend. Keep all of that other stuff.
Yeah,
I don't want it.
GTR Dad said, "LOL, send me your 5-gram rolls for 500 gram rolls." I've never tried.
So I didn't notice that. I was just looking at the video, and you were mentioning the loading, how much of a pain it is to load the.
Did you find a video of it loading?
There's on the Snapmaker U1 website now. There's an auto loading section that actually has basically a stepper motor. You throw the filament in and it loads them into the Bowden tubes right from by the rolls.
Right from nice. That's
awesome.
That's so that's one of the issues that when I mentioned before with the Prusa XL is that someone in the community actually designed a handheld feeder with a motor. So it pinches together to try to feed the filament up through. So if this has one built in, that's awesome.
This has basically 2 steppers on the sides, and it has each stepper has like 2 ports in it. And you just feed the filament in.
Oh yeah, in the picture you can actually see it.
You can see it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. So that's nice. That answers my question about whether it's going to be easy to load, because that's the thing with an AMS unit, whether it's the Bamboo AMS or the Ace Pro from Anycubic. It's easy to load filament, right? Like it's easier than just loading a single spool on one printer because you just drop it in the AMS, you feed it in, it senses it, and it pulls it in. So when I hear people with the XL saying like they're having to feed it up through the reverse Bowden tube,
a mile of tubing,
and it gets stuck, and then they're constantly have to fight. That's where I'm like, oh man, if this was like that, that would. I mean, I still like it, but I don't want to.
You got to load the Centauri. The Centauri's the same way.
Yeah, but the Centauri's. I mean, I've heard complaints about the Centauri loading. I think it's a piece of cake. I feed it through right to the end. I hit load and it just pulls it in. I haven't had a single issue.
That L right before you get to the nozzle is a beast.
I have
the number of times I printed. Dude, the number of times I printed absolutely nothing, I've come back like hours later to like nothing on the bed. It's
Weird.
been like at least 3 times
Yeah, and
because
I've
I
heard of
thought that I
that.
had fed it completely in, and it's literally sitting right there. That L is like the sharpest quickest 90-degree turn I've seen.
Yeah,
I love the printer,
and you're not the
and
first
now I
to.
make sure that I feed it all the way through.
Yeah,
But
and
that thing is vicious, dude.
I haven't had that problem, but I'm usually pretty religious about, like, I feed it in, I hit load, and I wait till I see the
Yeah.
spool moving, and then I go. So I'm usually pretty, because I've done that in the past. So I usually
hmm
wait and watch it start pulling the filament.
The K1 is way
But
more lenient for their turn, and like I can feed it in, and I'll feel it kind of like get kind of like snug, and then it'll just kind of like burst through in a sense.
so
But with this, I'm like, okay, it's perfect, it's there,
if
and
you
then
do
nope,
print
no print.
if you do print that riser from the Jesus Freak is his name. He did it on printables. The one that
hmm
I did, the one that Joel Telling did on his stream. If you do print that riser, you can pop. I haven't yet, but you can pop like the first couple clips out of the retention and have that stick up a
hmm
little bit, and then it doesn't hit the glass if you have the riser. And everybody says that it kind of just loops in better. But I haven't done it
I
just because
printed the
I haven't
riser.
had
It,
an
it was
issue with it.
terrible. I was like, I'm gonna make my own because this one is trash.
Oh,
I'm not
you
gonna
didn't
say
like
whose it is,
the
but it was
yeah
terrible.
yeah
No, I didn't. I did one. It was that someone made. It like it's not the dimensions aren't working.
yeah
Like
yeah. I did
it
the
it,
Jesus
it,
Freak one with the
it kind of fits
slidable.
in. It doesn't fit in. The glass
Yeah
doesn't fit. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna make my own.
yeah
I'm not using this one. This is why I don't print too many things from other people, especially if I don't know them.
yeah
Just because I'm like, people who throw stuff up sometimes and it just doesn't work
yeah. Well, the one
unless
on
it's
printables,
a
I
different
will
size.
recommend though, that the one with the slidable
Yeah.
vents, that does work. You do have to kind of like break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah
Yeah, I seen that one. Seen the
yeah.
video. Yeah.
That's the only one I've ever done. That's the only one I've seen printed. But
See,
hell
I don't care about the vents
yeah
because I like I print with my printers closed and I've not had an issue. People are like, "Oh, you gotta open it up for PLA." I was like, "You're just saying that because that's what someone told you." I was like, "Because I have not opened my K1 or the Centauri yet, and my prints come out fine."
yeah. I don't.
Like, so it's always weird.
I print with my P1S closed, and I've never had a problem. But
Yeah,
some printers I have, like
it's one of those
my
things.
Cheedy X Max 3, I can't print PLA with it closed up. Um, it will. I do get jams if I do that. I get some heat creep with it, but and no,
Right.
the heated chamber's not on. I had someone post that. I said I was getting heat creep with the door and the lid on, and someone's like, "Well, turn the chamber heater off," and I'm like, "I don't have the chamber heater on, printing PLA."
Yeah.
But
Hey,
yeah,
friend dog, welcome, welcome. We got TechJeeper here. He's kind of like co-hosting with us today.
yeah.
He also has some cool stuff. We didn't even like talk about any of the cool stuff he's done. Printventory, the charity site. What's the name of the charity site again? TJ?
Yeah.
Layered Love. It's a dating site for people that want to date layer by layer.
That's right. That's
Layered
right.
Love. Yeah.
My wife is right here. TJ, tell her what you said.
Yeah. So we did. What was it? Was it not last?
There's only one member. It's his
Yeah.
wife.
One member. It's her. It's her.
So I think it was it episode 10 that we showed those on stream. We showed
Yeah.
the Layered Love, and then we showed the Printventory.
Printventory.
So
Yeah.
if you guys so Philinux is saying, is it .com or .net
For Layered Love, it's .org.
or .org? Okay.
Yeah.
So I just shared the link. I
.org.
don't know if it actually went through, but I shared the link.
Go sign up. Sign up immediately.
So that site's my
Be
newest project. That one is
Yeah.
connecting
And then-
makers with organizations that can benefit from 3D printing.
Yeah.
I need to spend some time. I've reached out to a handful of organizations, but I need to spend some time and try to get that off the ground even more. We got a lot of makers that have signed up, but we need more organizations, obviously. The idea of it is different from some of the there are other sites out there where organizations can sign up and request help from the 3D
Yeah.
printing community. There's a few of them out there. Not a whole lot of their huge popularity, but they're usually kind of niche markets. This one, the idea is makers become kind of an ambassador for the organization. So if you have an organization that you want to work work with, and that accepts 3D printed toys during the holidays, or accepts mobility devices, and you've donated to them in the past. You can onboard them as an organization, and then you can share that knowledge with the rest of the community. So you become kind of the ambassador. It's not necessarily where organizations come, because they're not going to hunt down and seek out that help most of the time. But I've made it kind of easy, hopefully, for people to kind of reach out to organizations. So if you have an email address of, say, a contact at a children's hospital or a VFW hall that does a toy drive in the winter, you can actually use the tool once you log in. There's a bunch of different pointers on how to contact people. But if you have their email address and you have kind of their understanding of what they do, you can actually go in there and use AI to generate an email and actually send an email from the platform. So it doesn't come from your random Gmail; it actually comes from the platform. So that's one of the main features that kind of help you spread it out.
Dude, there's so many uses for it right now. Between the toys, between stuff for people with Parkinson's and Braille related items, prosthetics and stuff like that. So this could really be cool. And then it's like, I feel like I've not heard of the other sites. And it's one of those things of right now, it's you're a part of like the community for 3D printing, like I'll say like the core, like we're obsessed with 3D printing community, so like, it's easy that, it can kind of like be bigger than what you have it as right now, just because we're the people who kind of like, shepherd a lot of the stuff that's going on and become parts of like the things that are happening. Like, I think what was the other one, like Mom or something like that. Makers was it? Pets can say it. She probably knows what it is. But like, those different types of groups, that's pretty cool, man. And like I got filament that I need to use for sure. So, stuff like this is right up my alley.
And the other piece is designers. So that's kind of where it took off first. Is designers can go out there and say, I give you my approval to donate this model. Because I'm always the kind of person that I've worked with a couple of children's hospitals, and I'll always go out and make sure I bug fix some dude, and I'll say, do you mind if I donate these? And I have never had anybody say no, but I feel more comfortable if I get their permission before sending a box of something to somebody.
And we had talked about it on episode 10. Like, as someone who designs prints, like I would design something, an exclusive specifically for it, and I would design something, a toy for children for this, and give it to you and be like, this is just for that. And I would like to see anybody who is out there that designs to do the same thing, design a small toy that a kid would like and donate it to TechJeeper for Layered Love, because it'd be awesome if this was a platform for that, because
it does still help promote those designers too, because I don't host the designs, I don't host the models. I let the designers onboard their models, give their blessing, and then it points to their model site. So you still get you still get the Maker World points, you still get the things credits or whatever. It's just kind of saying, here's a stamp of approval from the designer. They go through an approval process. So I know, if I want to make, a bunch of floppy American flags to donate to the veterans organization or something like that. Bearded Printer has given his approval to do so. I can come out here and get the information that's needed, and then we also kind of track some metrics around how many of the different models are donated and stuff like that, which is kind of neat too.
It would be cool to like put together like a seniors package, like a jar opener, different things like that. That would be pretty awesome.
Or bag clips, or things that
bag clips, jar opener, maybe a shoehorn. I don't know, shoehorn might be a little too tough because of the layer lines, but figure out like a senior package to kind of put together, like 3D prints, like the spoon adapters and stuff like that. It's great. TJ, you're such a nice person, man.
Yeah, and if anybody has any ideas on how to make it better, like I said, just reach out. We're looking for I mean,
Nope,
this was
we're
kind of
just
just
gonna let you do it all.
well, that's the thing.
No,
I mean, yeah, I mean, we really need
Mhm.
people to reach out to those organizations that they work with now or that they want to work with. You know, if you
Yeah.
have a local children's hospital, or like I said, you know, somebody that does a toy drive in the winter. I mean,
Mhm.
you can sit there and print all you want and donate them, but if you can get people from across the area or across the globe sending them a ton of different things, it makes it even more impactful. So
Yeah,
So if
yeah,
you
that's
do
crazy.
have, if there are anybody in chat or anybody who sees, if they have ideas, should they fill out the contact form on the site or send
you
directly
can
to the email?
you can reach out to me. You can fill out the contact form on the site, or if
Yeah.
you have somebody that you want to reach out to, sign up for the site and click on the when you log in, there's a thing that says reach out to an organization, and it kind of walks you through again tips on approaching them. And if you have somebody's email address, then you literally just put in their email address. The AI goes out and finds information on the organization, pulls in and creates a professional email that you can send off to
This
them.
guy,
Nice.
you're fancy. You're a very
Make
fancy
it easy,
person, man.
Make it easy.
Yeah, try to make it as easy as possible.
People like easy.
That's
and
nice.
They're more apt to do it, if they.
I'm sorry. Did you say
It's a-
Yeezy? Because that is not acceptable.
Uh-huh.
The people like Yeezy. Wow.
Yeah, they do though. I mean, people are more apt to do it if it's simple. If you make it complicated, they'll get in and then stop. But
No, I said Yeezy. Y
Yeezy,
E E Z Y
Yeezy,
Yeezy.
no,
Yes.
easy,
Moji's from
EASY.
Maine. I don't know if he knows what that means.
Oh yeah, that's true. He can either ask
Well, actually,
one of his 6 neighbors.
I live in Maine, but I'm from Boston, so.
Hey, thanks for the raid, Digital Dragon.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Everybody, we're talking to TechJeeper.
Yeah.
We had a guest. He had some issues, some family issues. So TechJeeper graciously jumped in there for us. He's the person we wanted to have on anyway. He didn't know that because we didn't tell him, but he was on our list of people to have on because he makes cool stuff. And he does cool things.
So for those that just joined from Digital Dragon Stream, we are talking about a project that TechJeeper did called Layered Love. So I will post the link in.
I think it's no, it's not.
It is.
Yeah.
It's up
it's
further.
okay.
I'll post it again.
Yeah, repost it.
So check that out. Layeredlove.org. Awesome thing. Awesome project. So
yeah,
take a look.
100%.
Really cool. So, and then the other one is if you're a 3D printer, which if you were in is Printventory. So he's got 2 awesome projects going.
Yeah, that one I need to. I finally started revisiting again. I lost my my development system for like 2 months. My MacBook died, and I had to all of my code base and everything was on Mac, and I hate Macs, but I had to build it because I wanted to make it
calm
cross-platform.
down.
It took me a while. A couple weeks ago, I finally got another Mac set up and running. So I've started doing development on that again. We did go open source with it 2 or 3 weeks back. So if anybody else wants to contribute, now the code base is out there.
Right? Tell him, Liz. He's like, I hate Mac, and then went and got another one. That's fine.
I had to. I didn't go and buy a new one. I went out to eBay and found a 20-year-old one, and I installed the latest OS on it.
I don't hate Mac, but I definitely prefer PC. But I do have a Mac.
It takes me 10 times longer to do anything. When I first joined the company I worked at for the first 3 years until I had a PC refresh, everybody talked me into getting a Mac because it was better. And it took me 10 times longer to do anything on that thing. I'd go to start up a Teams meeting and be like, "Oh, you lost all your permissions because it's been too long." And it's like, "Oh my god!"
It does do that. It does do that.
It does to make.
They went hardcore on the permissions. They're like, yeah, like you hit the letter L. Is that okay? Like, yes, it's fine.
Or their what's their what's their password manager thing? Passkey or pass something?
Oh yeah, keychain.
Keychain. They're always like, "Do you want to save it in keychain?" No, I don't. Stop asking me. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's like someone is using your computer. You're like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Like you sent the message to me on my computer.
Yeah, with the IP address of the internet that I'm currently on.
Yeah, I am the person currently using the computer that sent the message to me, letting me know that someone's using my computer.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Or if you're on your Mac and you go to like log into anything that's like iCloud based, and it's like you have to go get your iPhone to approve it and then get the code to put in on your, and it's like, come on, I'm on the device that I did approve earlier today.
Yeah.
And now you're still going to ask me to put the code in again.
Nice. So the other thing is, you made an awesome marble run. You made it, not Big Jano, and I'm just saying, I don't know what's happening there, but you made it. It was a big hit, and what happened to that marble run?
So I actually made that marble run. That marble run I got when I bought my first X1C. I bought it. It was I built that thing like 3 or 4 years ago, and it's just been sitting around. Like half the parts are broken. I wanted something fun to bring to Murph, and I kept telling Jano, you need to make a marble run. You need to make a marble run. And he's like, yeah, someday I'll do it. Someday I'll do it. So I'm like, I'm going to throw this. I was trying to figure out things to fill up my table because at Murph it was my first time having my own table. And I'm like, I'm going to bring the marble run, reprinted a couple of the parts, and then I found that 3D printed marble design that somebody shared. So I threw it out there. I'm like, if anybody wants to create a marble, bring it, throw it on the table, get it going. Because I only had like 5 or 6 of the original marbles that it came with. And that was a huge hit. People loved that.
Yeah,
and that thing was like going all weekend. Some people got really creative with their marbles. I can't believe people fit their logos. Like Gerari 3D and Bearded Printer had their like logos on the marbles.
Wow.
That was crazy. Zombie Hedgehog made one that looked like a ladybug out of his red.
I remember seeing that one.
People went crazy with their marbles. Yeah, James the Printer. Yeah, that's what it was. Not Bearded Printer. James the Printer and Gerari 3D put their logos on it, which was crazy. But yeah, it went all weekend. Jim from Hot Makes Edutech, or what is it? Not Edutech. Is it Edutech? Yeah. His son came over like every half an hour, and he was the one keeping that thing going like the entire show.
Yeah, dude, it was adorable.
Loved it. And it was a huge hit with the kids, but he was over there every time he passed by. He had to make sure all the marbles were running. So at the end of the show, I ended up giving it to him. And Jim, I think on the last Hot Makes was saying that it's still sitting on their couch. It can't move from their couch because it's running nonstop. So
it's still going. It was fun. It's been going nonstop since Murph probably.
So I mean, I'm really glad to see it being used, and it's like a $5 kit from Bamboo. It's probably one of the under. I don't think I've ever actually seen another one like in the wild. I mean, all it is the little motor kit. So it was a fun build. It was fun. Next year I have to figure out something bigger and better now, which is fun.
Yeah, anytime you do something good at an event, the next year you have to like go even bigger. So it's
dude, don't say that.
Yeah, that's how
don't say that. So, I'll have to bring a sledgehammer next year then.
So speaking of prints that you've done, you posted today on X a base being printed that you put bearings in to weight it. Are we allowed to know?
Yeah, that was this headphone stand that I showed earlier. So in order to weight it, you have to put weights in the bottom of it. So it's the first time I've ever done that, and it actually added. This is like you could probably like bludgeon somebody with this thing. That was crazy.
Yeah. Wow!
I mean, it was
I've done it before, but I've done weight before, but I used sand, and that was a disaster. I had seen people use sand, but it
was like $3 for a thing of just 177 caliber BBs, the steel shot that you use out of a BB gun. Yeah, it was like $3 from the store for that.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish I would have done is figured out how deep I wanted to go and then put a layer, like a solid layer. Because if I tilt it over, it's like you can hear. I did gyroid infill, so it's like all the way up. It's like the marble run inside of it.
Wait, was that a maraca?
Oh yeah.
Is that the thing?
Yeah, that's a maraca.
Yeah. So if I get mad on a call, I can just do like blast everybody's.
Or if you have pets and they're doing something bad, you can like shake them and they'll run away. Like what's that? Right. Those noisemakers they have for pets, like.
But yeah, this was the Dave Make stuff because I did the wood edamames that we talked about earlier. And that same designer created this as a headphone stand to kind of complement it. It's that organic design.
Yeah, that looks sick.
So I printed that.
I used heartwood for a lamp, like my first lamp that I made, and it was hilarious. I made the lamp, and I had got like the insert from like the little scratch and dent section at IKEA, and I put it together, and I put a light bulb in it, and it did not work because it was for chandelier lights, and I was like, dang it. So of course I like waited forever to get one, and then I finally put the bulb in it. But I faked the video. I put the video up on TikTok, and I basically just had like one of my RGB lights above it, like shining down through it, and it looked like it was working fine. I was like, dang! But that hardwood is cool. Capricorn has some cool stuff. They don't have a lot of stuff, but they have really cool like niche stuff. I have Firefly from them, which I like a lot.
Yeah, I like their night. What is it? I think probably my favorite blue is their night sky. It's like the blue.
I got that, dude.
Flakes.
Yeah,
it's like a transparent blue with
Yeah, I got that one.
I'm so like the only filament I've ever had from them was white.
They have from Capricorn.
Yeah,
they have regular filament colors.
Yeah,
I didn't know they even had white.
No, it was a sample that I got from somewhere. It was just like a small vacuum pack sample, and other than that, I have never tried any of their filament before. But they do have.
Yeah, it all prints really well.
You should check them out.
Yeah, they have some awesome colors.
I'm gonna drag you over to their booth at if they come to Earth this year.
Yeah,
drag you over
there. They have this like tricolor lava thing that I want to try. It's like
I got it.
2 different color oranges and then like some dark color. I don't know what it is.
Wait, are you talking about the one that's thermochromatic? Because I use that on my chips.
Yeah, it's like a tricolor thermochromatic lava. I think it's.
Yeah, this is black to red to yellow.
Yeah, I use that on the chips. On the make your chips. And what I did is, like, I told kids to hold, like, if they picked it, I told them to hold it in their hand while they picked the rest of the pieces. And then by the time they picked the rest of the pieces, they opened their hand, it was a totally different color.
Oh, cool.
It blew their minds.
Is that, one of you said something about night sky. Is that blue and, like, glittery?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite blues. Yeah,
I've had that, too.
Yeah, it's a nice blue.
It was only a test spool. So, yeah, I got to order some. I want to order that, I want to order that tricolor thermo one there. I remember seeing that, and I was like, that looks good.
They were giving it away at 3D Printopia last year. If you bought like a certain amount, they gave you like a half spool of it.
I couldn't after EPAX, zero 3D, and then there was one other more. After those 3, I couldn't carry anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
So this year, you can always leave it at my house, Yeah,
because I had to. Last year, my wife and son dropped me off at 3D Printopia, and then they went to DC.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I had to Uber back to the hotel. So when the Uber driver went to pick me up, I had like 12 rolls of filament like stacked up to my chin, and he's just like staring at me, and I'm like throwing them in the back of his seat, like just
right.
I look like an idiot, and this year I'll have the car, so. I can, but I'm flying, so if I buy too many, I'm gonna have to like go to a UPS store, put them in a box, and ship them back. No. Yeah. Steve's just like, leave them at my house. Yeah.
Just leave them at my house, huh?
Yeah, you can print stuff for me for next year.
Yeah, there you go.
Next year it'll be in Philly though. That's closer to me, so I can drive to that one.
Yeah.
So who?
Cool.
So TechJeeper, you going to 3D Printopia? You'll be there, right?
I am not.
Oh, you're not?
I was planning on it. No, I was planning on it. I'm having surgery the end of September, so it's like.
Oh yeah, that's basically the end of September.
Yeah, it's the same exact timings. It's like the week before. I think I'm going to be scheduled.
Hey, if you got something you want us to put on the table, just let us know. We're taking community prints.
Yep.
Both volunteers that will be able to put stuff on our table.
Yeah, so we'll have 2
if we get a bunch of stuff, we'll probably split it up. Yeah, if we get a bunch of stuff, we'll split it up between days.
Yeah.
But else,
because we'll have 2 tables, so it'll be the unspooled / Moji layer by layer, but we're also going to be a place that, because Steve and I are both volunteering like we did last year as well. So we'll be a place for volunteer people to like put stuff and sit down and relax. But then also anybody
within a
else.
certain size, we got to make sure to express that. Like someone brings like a freaking,
no
armor from Fallout. We're like,
no 12-foot dummy 13s or like full size power armor. Like tabletop stuff.
It was kind of it was weird because I was looking at going. I didn't realize that it was like not near like one of the major airports and stuff like that. So I was trying to figure out like hotels and everything, and then I procrastinated enough to find out that no, I wasn't going to be able to go because I ended up having to have surgery. So it's like,
no, I think Baltimore's airport is the closest, right? BWI or something.
Yeah, like BWI is the closest.
Yeah,
it's still like a 30-minute drive though, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's like an hour drive.
Oh, is it that? Because I'm flying
like at least an hour.
I'm flying into Reagan, and that's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because I was all excited. I was like, I can get flights for like it was like $109 round trip flights from Lansing, and I was like, awesome, because it's in the DC area, and that's like the politician flights that go back and forth every day. But geez, I was like, wow, it's like out in the middle of nowhere basically. So
yeah, I remember driving.
But next year it's going to be in Philly, so
I'll probably end up driving there. It's like a 8-hour drive or something, so I'll probably just drive to Philly. But
yeah, I remember driving last year, driving into Belcamp.
Get someone to ride with you.
Like coming from Maine, I came down like through the north, like back way into Belcamp, and it was like 10:30 at night. I thought I was going to hit a cow. I forgot how like rural it was because I hadn't been there since the first year, which was 2018. Because I went to Earth the first year, but I hadn't been there since then. So when I was driving in, I was like, the roads were all windy with like cornfields on either side. It was much more remote than I remembered it being.
Yeah, you must have came in through the back way the whole way then.
Oh yeah.
It's relatively off 95, for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. It would be cool to have it somewhere where it can be a lot bigger and more companies can come and participate, and more makers can participate. That's going to be sick. Seeing, getting that kind of like, I haven't been to Remerth, but getting that like Remerth feel on the East Coast. And
if we can keep
kind of like closer to stuff.
If we can keep all the Maryland type people and all the other people that come to it, and then add some of like the Philly, Pennsylvania people that normally didn't make it down to Maryland,
you open it up to nice. Philly, Pennsylvania, and Jersey, and New York, because it's going to be, at least an hour and a half closer, at least an hour to an hour and a half closer to all of them.
Yeah.
So it opens it up to, to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that'll be, MocoCon. Yeah, and that was the thing. That was funny because MocoCon, that's the Moco made. They're having a con, I think the weekend before.
Yeah, the
weekend before, and like I remember, I think I hopped into their stream one day. I think you hopped in too, TechJeeper, and I was trying to get them to like come down to 3D Printopia. I was like, because they would kill. Like people, there's enough people there that love them and would love to see them there. So now they won't have an excuse with it being moved to Philly. No excuse at all. We have to hold them liable. They're like, listen, you guys had a valid excuse last time.
I think the only thing that might stop it is if it for some reason falls on the same date as their event. But I don't.
We'll tell them not to do it.
The weekend before.
Don't do it on that weekend.
Because it's September. It's the week of September 28th, right?
27th and 28th. Yeah, I think.
28th.
Yeah, because they do their con around some Ren fair that goes on in Philly.
Oh no!
Time, so.
Yeah, I will be getting one of those Philly cheesesteaks too. Yo.
Oh no! Yeah, it'll be
not
fun.
A 3D printed cheesesteak, Wesley. Not a 3D printed cheesesteak. I want to.
We'll get Bearded to make a floppy cheesesteak.
A floppy cheesesteak, yeah.
So I am trying. I did set up a local event too for people because there's a number of people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah.
There's like I keep hearing people like tons of people that are in my area. Like Gerari 3D is like 15 minutes from me, and I had no idea. He was talking about. He mentioned some place that he went to eat one day, and I'm like, that's like a block away from me. I was like, nice. So, so we're setting up kind kind of a mid Michigan maker meetup next month.
Mm-hmm.
It's on August 16th. Super informal. There's not even we don't really have a meeting room. It's going to be like meeting at a public area, just to kind of see if there's interest, and if there is, then the place that we're going to be meeting at actually has rooms that we could potentially rent out for.
That's cool. That'd
really
be fun.
cheap for future events.
Yeah.
But it should be fun. Like I said, there's a number of makers, and then I also found out that there's actually a polymaker dealer that just started carrying filament in Flint like a month ago.
Wow!
So it is nice that there's now a local. It's
isn't
20 minutes here, so.
Isn't Polar up there?
Polar's in Troy, so they're about a half an hour drive. I've let them know. Chuck Hellebeck, he's from just down the road from down by where Polar is, I believe. So he's mentioned maybe stopping by.
Yeah.
Just something informal. I mean, it is nice to meet up with people, especially if there's a lot of people. Liz has been doing it a couple of times up in the Montreal area.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be nice to see.
Inspiration from her.
It'd be nice to see more areas do that, because I know like they do that really well in like the Oregon and Washington area. Like they do the meetups quite a bit.
Yeah,
like
Chris Perillo does the Maker Deck Live meetups with everybody out there.
Yeah, like I live in Maine, and there's actually quite a few people in the community that I found out that live in Maine, and like Zombie Hedgehog and I live about 40 minutes apart, and the only place we've ever met in person is in Maryland. Like we had to drive to Maryland to like meet in person for the first time. So it'd be cool. And then like there's a lot of people that are not actually that far from me that are in Nova Scotia. Like Burn Station. Yeah. Like
it's not.
Burn
There's no
Station.
one near him at all.
Yeah, Burn Station 3D. I think his name's Nathan. He's in Nova Scotia. There's quite a few from Nova Scotia that aren't too far from me.
Yeah, and I mean all it takes is to throw something out there. Say, does anybody want to meet up? It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You don't have to rent out an expo hall or anything. Just getting to know people that are around you.
Burn Dog's a Mainer. Is that what they're called?
Yeah. A Mainer. I'm technically not a Mainer. You have to have been born in Maine to be technically called a Mainer. But and yes, they do. It's either a Mainer or a Maniac. Either one works. I'm a masshole.
They're called. We call them Baltimoreans down here. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we are. I can't. Technically, you have to be born here, but
yeah,
I've been told that many times. I'm a transplant.
Nice. So yeah. I may do what Merlin Maker meetup. Boom, 3Ms. Boom, got him.
Nice.
I might have to sue 3. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not even gonna lie.
You'd have a lot of people though, because like isn't Daryl near you? Prop Maker Daryl.
Is he? I thought he was up further.
Is he? I don't know. I thought he was from your area. Maybe he's Connecticut. I can't remember, but isn't
we got Fedor and
Ballistic
3D and T. There you go. It'll just be us
Ballistic
four.
Tech. Ballistic.
Oh,
Tech,
Ballistic,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
There you go. Just team up with 3D and T, and you can do it at one of the hotels that they work at.
Right. Their hotels are like down near DC, though. I think. Yeah, so it's like
an hour and a half.
Yeah, but like Liz says, the key is to just do it. I mean, just get a bunch of people together, nerd out.
I mean,
I actually don't like people that much. It's surprising.
Neither do I, but it would be nice to meet a couple of people.
I mean, after Murph, there only needs to be a Chili's nearby and 50 people.
Oh, God.
I mean,
That's true.
50. It was like 70 to 100 people.
Yeah, that was like a logistical miracle.
You just have to say,
yeah, it really was.
3D printing community, Chili's, Saturday, 1 o'clock, and like 75 people show up. That's all you have to do. It's like the
all of a sudden we're all endorsed by Chili's.
Yeah.
So it's funny because somebody, I don't remember who it is, somebody in the community is actually like works IT for Chili's, and like knew that the computer systems went down at Chili's when we were there. They weren't at the event.
Oh my God.
It was hilarious. I don't remember one of the people that we see all the time. They're like, "Yeah, I work IT for Chili's." And I'm like, "No way."
That's funny.
So,
Yeah, it sounds like
it was thick.
yeah.
the guy was seriously not. He was like, "I didn't think you were serious when you said party of 60." It's like,
Dude,
they're gonna keep coming.
thick.
Like I just saw a picture, and it was like zombie holding like 2 margaritas, and then it was just rows of people, and I'm like, they all look familiar. Like everybody,
Right.
all of them. I'm like,
It was
geez.
crazy.
I'm surprised you guys didn't get kicked out.
No, I mean they were killing it for. I mean that was probably their busiest night of the year.
Yeah, they're probably like,
everyone bought food. Like no one was just like sitting there. Like everyone bought food. Everyone bought like something to drink, and like literally we might have had like 5 or 6 waiters or something for like our whole section, and they were on it. They were like, it was probably the most people I've ever seen go to a restaurant together, and the best service I've ever seen for a group that large.
They did a good job.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. Chili's is usually pretty good. I have one not too far from me, and they're always good. It's a good place.
Nice.
I've been to Chili's twice, and that's been at Murph twice. So.
Yeah, we don't go to Chili's that often, but every once in a while, one of the kids in my family will be like, "Oh yeah, let's go there." So we go.
Nice.
They have good mozzarella sticks.
They do. Joel made me try like the buffalo mozzarella stick or something.
Oh,
and like it's hard to really. Yeah. He was like, "It's not that hot," and I'm like, "I don't trust you." This is just because he trolls so much. I just ordinarily don't trust him when it comes to stuff, and I'm like, "It probably some in TechJeeper." I'm sorry if he offered me something like it's not spicy. I'm gonna assume that it's spicy as the spiciest thing ever, dude.
I love it. The spicier, the better.
Nope. And I was like, I finally like gave in and tried. I was like, it actually wasn't that bad. Like, I still don't trust you, but yeah, it was fine.
I love spicy meat.
That's how you get him. He makes you trust you, and then he's gonna like hit me with a whammy or something next year.
He's gonna bring some like ghost pepper mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, some injection or something, right?
Behind the scenes, he's gonna be like squirting capsaicin into the mozzarella sticks just for you.
Right.
Like, Steve, try this. They're Joel mozzarella sticks.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Joel, don't put Steve in the hospital with a heat-induced ulcer.
Right. Oh, I'll get the hiccups. Like,
if it's too hot.
I didn't start getting like heat-related hiccups until I found out that they exist, and then literally the next time I had something too spicy, I got the hiccups. And I was like, okay, this is weird.
I love spicy. I can't get enough. I don't like it too like I've had some stuff that's like over the top, but I do like it hot.
Nice.
Well, we are.
So, I was about to say the same thing. So you're thinking that we're on the same wavelength. We know when we start rambling about random
body
stuff.
language. So 9:36 p.m. Eastern time. I always say I say Eastern time. So we are about to wrap it up, and I want to thank TJ for coming. He saved us.
Yep.
And
he saved
anytime.
Yeah,
it's great.
It was a blast. And check out all of TechJeeper's stuff. So
everything is all over the place.
Both sites that I posted there. Check him out on X. He's always posting there. Are you active on Instagram? You're on Blue Sky too. I know that, right?
Blue Sky, and I do a little bit. I've been trying to do more on TikTok. I hate the platform, but I try to share more on there. And then YouTube for short form. I've been trying to do more stuff there, but mostly X because it's easy.
Yep.
It's not my favorite platform either, but it's the most easiest.
It's the one that most 3D printing people use.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the most active. Yeah. But so check him out on all of those.
Yep.
And thank him for joining us. And
Steve, we appreciate it, man.
Steve, thank you for joining us. I mean, you join us every week, but thank you for joining us this week because you're. I was about to say across the pond, but you're not across the pond. You're like north. Yeah, so it's dark now.
It's dark now. You get a little bit of Toronto
Everybody else in
skyline.
Steve's hotel room is like, "Can we turn the TV on now that you're done with your stupid stream?"
My wife's watching something on her laptop. My kids are in the other room, but they're too big to be in the same room with us now. So we're like, we'll get the attached room. You guys
Yeah.
go over there and leave us alone.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have to say, whatever hotel you're in, I'm impressed with their internet. Like you usually
It held
don't
up.
get that level of internet at a hotel. You
It
must have
held
paid
up,
for
like-
you must have paid for like the uppy up internet. Like
No, I thought we so I thought we did.
Yeah.
And I tried to set it up. It did not work. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna just shut down everything. Like turn everything off that doesn't need to be running. And this worked. It worked pretty good.
Like Steve, before we went live, Steve's like, if it goes bad, I'm just gonna turn the camera off and be all voice.
Yeah, so I'll just be all voice.
It held up. So
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Should we raid into someone? Who's
Yeah, let's see who's
I don't think anybody
who's up
is.
and running.
Let's see. Maker Deck, Wolf Den.
Let's see. They're probably about to end. I would say Vicky's up, but they're probably about to end soon.
Yeah. So
Let me see. Yeah, I think they're about to end.
Yeah.
Oh, they had a cool one. I wish I was able to watch that. I might have to go back and watch that one tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't look.
She has
as far
Filament
as
Stories
This is
on.
their barrel proof.
as far as anybody
maybe
else-
Astro Canuck.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I was
is.
gonna say,
live.
I don't know who else
Astro's a
is
good
on.
one.
Okay.
Giggy Jack does some 3D printing, but I think he's gaming tonight.
All right, so let's read into Astro. And he is you're a fellow Canadian with him tonight.
I am, right? I'm hanging out in his hood.
All right. So thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us. Stick in with the raid and give Astro Connect some love. We are out, and we will see you again next week.
Yep.
All right,
See you
thanks,
guys next week. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.